remember when I made 2 videos? Well, I completely have no interest into watching the show, but due to the dislikes I got, I had to make another video on what I can do Pony Life in the future. Well, today, which was 10 minutes ago, I watched the first 2 episodes of Pony Life, and all I can say is that it's full of adrenaline, but it still bored me so much when I was watching those episodes. Yes, I decided that I'm not going to do reviews of any of the episodes from the show. I'm sorry to really disappoint you all, but the thing is, I was bored. Really, really bored. The episodes I saw was Princess Probs and The Best of the Worst. And both of those episodes one of those episodes, mainly the first one, felt like an episode that could have used for Friendship is Magic, but it's toned down to 11 minutes, and just watching it now, I cannot, I just can't even find the words to describe what I feel about the episode, because it was really boring. Yes, I know some of you guys are going to say that this is Generation 4.5, which is understandable, but that doesn't mean that I can enjoy the differences between this and Generation 4. I honestly felt really, really, really empty after I watched those 2 episodes, to the point that I got no opinions of what I feel about those episodes. At least when it comes to episodes from Friendship is Magic, even the ones that I'm not interested in, I at least have something to discuss in those episodes, since that they were 22 minutes long and the characters were actually good characters. Here, on the other hand, yes, I get it. This is supposed to be different. And the fact that Rainbow Dash's personality is supposed to be different. But the thing is, that is what damages any of the interest I have for this show. The ideal of just having Rainbow Dash just trying to be the worst than Dishwasher Slug is those types of lines that are just not really right for. It's just not something that can make an episode entertaining. Even if this is supposed to be for educational kids, I can guarantee you that when they get older, they will probably prefer the other generations of LMP, which is, I'm talking about Generation 4, than this. Why? Well, I really do not like the idea that Rainbow Dash has to be worse in order to be better than Dishwasher Slug, who is terrible at everything. But, and it's just something that I cannot enjoy from someone who's a fan of Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash is my best pony, and just seeing her right now, that's not the Rainbow Dash I've seen. And whether I tried to actually watch this episode involving her trying to be terrible than Dishwasher, it's hard to actually watch at times. It's difficult to actually see on how this show is just trying so hard to actually do these changes and actually get an audience. Yes, it does have an audience. And yes, I am aware that it has a growing fan base, but man, I don't think I can able to watch the next 2 episodes. Yes, my plans on me reviewing 4 episodes at a time. I'm sorry, but it's scrapped. I just couldn't take it anymore. These 2 episodes was just too difficult for me to watch. And when they tried to do some serious emotional moments when it comes to the Princess Pop scene where Pinkie Pie actually won at the end, it just doesn't work because this episode was too short and the fact that it's too fast paced. I cannot even sympathize the characters because of how fast paced the show is, and I really just cannot even enjoy myself of how it tries to be hilarious while also trying to be a slice of life stories. Yes, I do enjoy slice of life, and it's no obvious that most of my stories are full of slice of life, including drama. But at the same time, whenever I look at these two episodes, I honestly think that the slice of life is just basically an additional thing that they can do so that this show can have some kind of an identity. But whenever I actually see those slice of life moments, especially at the end of the first episode, I'm sorry. These characters they're just too difficult to sympathize, unlike the characters that I'm familiar with from Generation 4. And believe me, if I did watch the earlier generations and actually have plans on making reviews, I would probably scrap them all, y'all. Which is why I decided to not watch any of the earlier generations of My Little Pony, because stuff like this would easily tone me down. It would just completely lose my interest, and the comedy in this, I can understand the subjective and it's debatable, but at the same time, it's just the comedy that it's from Teen Titans Go. Yes, I'm starting to think that this entire show is mainly Teen Titans Go, except it's ponies. I'm sorry to be that way, but at the same time, that's just basically what this entire show is. From its animation and the fact of how the characters react to situations. I really try my best to actually look at the positives of these two shows, but all I can say is that the music is average. That's it. The music in this show is average, but not as better as the music from Friendship is Magic. All I can say is that the style of what it's trying to do does work for the music in the background, but at the same time, I cannot even enjoy any of this kind of stuff without some kind of enjoyment. If you really expect me to actually enjoy the music in this while also trying to actually get used to the characters' interactions and the hyperactive attitudes, then I'm sorry. It just doesn't work. It's just difficult for... I think I keep saying the same thing again and again, but my point is that Point Life, I'm not going to do reviews of this show. I gave it a chance by watching the first two episodes, and I decided that I'm not going to do any reviews whatsoever. And since I have plans on what I'm going to do in September, October, in the last months of this year, I do not want to put through a lot of stress into making reviews of Pony Life since that I'm not interested in. It's difficult to actually take this stuff seriously, especially of how Celestia is completely portrayed in this. It's just difficult, and I'm not sure if that's the same voice actor for Celestia, because I did remember the voice, because I did watch the show, the Friendship is Magic show, and I can think that the voices from that character to this, even if they're voiced by the same character, I can notice the voice differences, which is kind of good for a change when it comes to Generation 4 to Generation 4.5, but it really makes Celestia not really much of a princess whatsoever. I'm sorry, but that's just basically what I see in this. For me, this is just basically Hasbro just squeezing out all that's left from My Little Pony from the fourth generation. And Pony Life itself just doesn't usually work like that whenever I try to actually look at the positives. For me, the positives are just hard to look at whenever I look at this show. I'm sorry, but I can't. I just can't. I think about it after uploading the second video of Loving Pony Life, but I decide that I made up my mind. I'm not going to review Pony Life because it's fast-paced, but it bores me, and I honestly don't like what they did with the characters. Even if some people may enjoy it, for me, I just do not. And the fact that it just gets... And the fact that this is the only thing that we have involving My Little Pony for this year without any Across Girls, this just really makes me really depressed. Don't even say anything about Across Girls because you're going to have to wait until I get to my November schedule. my August schedule, which is the month of Equestria Girls, where I review the shorts and choose your own endings from season 1, while along with an analysis video about the breakthrough of Equestria Girls. Because as far as I'm concerned, as much as I don't blame Pony Life on trying to actually be exposed for this year, I'm still depressed on the fact that Equestria Girls isn't happening right now. But then again, the studio who did the animation of that show is no longer with making agreements with Hasbro, since that they're no longer working with them. But other than that, I really got nothing else to say. I'm really sorry. I understand that you're probably looking forward to me reviewing these episodes when they come out, but it's just difficult for me to actually talk about the show while also doing a fanfic writing of it. I was planning to do that, but apparently I didn't, because it's just too difficult for me to actually take this stuff seriously. So yeah, I may be a broken record, but I'm really sorry, but I'm completely scrapping my reviews of Pony Life. I was planning to do it, but apparently my plans have to change. And at this point, I'm getting close to finishing my September schedule. Not to mention, I'm having other videos ready for October. And at this point, I don't want to have to make so many videos, and I don't want to waste my time watching Pony Life. This is upsetting, yes, I know. But I really tried to give this show a chance. And I don't want to watch the next episodes because I will have the same reaction. This may be a mini-series, but even as a mini-series, I'd rather watch other material than that. All I can say is that there's only one more video I have yet to upload for my June schedule, and it's gonna be on the day, well, it's the 1 anniversary of Rainbow Road Trip. See you guys next time.